Hi, my name is Asi Omar, and I'm going to be doing Saudi Arabia's national energy strategy. So, Saudi Arabia's energy consumption is Saudi Arabia is a global energy giant, heavily reliant on oil, which is 87% of energy consumption. Vision 2030 aims to diversify the energy mix, increase renewables, and address climate change. Key challenges would be oil dependency, slow renewable energy progress, and geopolitical vulnerabilities. So this chart tracks Saudi Arabia's energy mix from 2010 to 2023, showing trends in crude oil, natural gas, and renewables. Crude oil usually usage peaked in 2012 at 12 million barrels per day and has slightly declined to 11 million barrels per day in 2023 as the country diversifies. Natural gas has a steady growth from 3.5 billion cubic feet per day in 2010 to 6 billion cubic feet per day in 2023. This shows its increasing role as a cleaner transitional fuel. Renewables are slow but steady progress, from nearly zero in 2010 to 1.2 GW in 2023. This highlights early steps towards Vision 2023's goals. Some key takeaways for this would be, while progress is being made, Saudi Arabia still heavily relies on oil and gas, which emphasize the urgent need for faster renewable adoption. So now renewable energy development. So Vision 2030 aims for 50% electricity generation from renewables by 2030, and current progress is modest, with only 2 GW solar and less than 1 GW wind capacity installed. Strategies include regulatory reforms and global partnerships and financial incentives. So this chart now compares Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 renewable targets with the current progress in 2024. So solar energy the target is 40 GW, but only 2 GW has been achieved so far, highlighting significant underperformance. And wind energy the target is 16 GW to 0.8 is operational. That shows similar challenges. Some key takeaways for this would be, while the targets are ambitious, the current pace of development suggests that Saudi Arabia must accelerate renewable energy deployment to meet Vision 2030's goals. Now, natural gas as a transitional fuel. So natural gas accounts for 65% of electricity generation, cleaner than oil, but still a significant carbon emitter, and investments in liquefied natural gas, which aim to diversify domestic use and exports. And this slide compares the energy mix in 2010 and 2024, which highlights shifts in reliance on crude oil, natural gas, and renewables. So crude oil, once again, is dominant at 60% in 2010, and its share has decreased to 35% in 2024, which reflect diversification efforts. Natural gas, which increased from 40% to 65%, becoming the primary energy source and showing its role as a cleaner alternative. Renewables, still a small fraction but growing, with a rise from 0% in 2010 to 5% in 2024, which signal a progress towards Vision 2030. And some key takeaways about this would be, Saudi Arabia is transitioning from its energy mix, but oil and gas still dominate. Accelerating renewable growth is crucial to meet future energy and climate goals. So carbon emissions. Saudi Arabia is the 10th largest global emitter, with per capita emissions significantly above the world average. Focus on reducing emissions through carbon capture and storage and energy efficient technologies. So now this chart shows Saudi Arabia's oil exports over time and how global events have impacted them. So in 2018, exports were 7.5 million barrels per day, reflecting stable market conditions. 2019 dropped to 6.9 million barrels per day, and due to following a major drone attack on oil infrastructure, highlighting vulnerabilities in energy security. 2020 exports fell further to 5.5 million barrels per day due to the COVID-19 pandemic and reduced global oil demand. 2023 recovery was achieved with exports rebounding to 7.8 million barrels per day, which were driven by market stabilization and increased global energy demand. Some key takeaways about this were these fluctuations underscore the importance of diversifying energy sources and enhancing infrastructure security to reduce reliance on oil exports. So in conclusion, transition to renewables is key to energy diversification and sustainability. Strengthen energy security against geopolitical threats, adopt climate-focused policies to mitigate environmental impact. Saudi Arabia's leadership in energy can shape the global transition. These are my references, and thank you.